Hello everyone, New Vegas Ranger. I got a camcorder. Isn't it cool? Yeah, this is kind of at the moment because I still haven't figured out the best way to set up the camcorder yet. So I may change positions, I may change different locations, I might change lighting. This is something at the moment, but this is the best I could find of something. So I'm finally going to start doing Talking Thursdays again. It's taken me nearly forever to do it, and finally we're going to get around to doing it again. So what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start talking about some gaming news as well on Talking Thursday. And what we're going to cover today is the game Hatred. I don't know if you guys have really heard about Hatred, but apparently that it is a game that is very kind of postal-like, where you just go around doing bad things. Apparently it's supposed to be about mouse murdering, and it doesn't sound that, it sounds kind of crazy. But what happened is apparently that it was put on Steam Greenlight, and as soon as it was put on, it got up to number 7 in the spot, and then Valve itself pulled the game from Steam Greenlight. So everybody's been kind of wondering why this has happened, and apparently it's been also told that this was done without Gabe's attention. Gabe has actually reinstated Hatred on Steam Greenlight, so everything has been fixed at the moment, but I just kind of wanted to comment on this. As so far from what I can tell about the game, it looks to be a kind of again, a mass murdering thing, which I don't know, which I kind of understand why somebody would take that off. Now, Gabe is very open and really okay with quite a bit of games on Steam. He's really for creating a lot of stuff. But I can understand why someone, especially the people who decide who gets the Steam Greenlight, could see why they didn't want that there. I can easily see it, because it's just something very weird, and I get the feeling that Postal almost had that happen to them too. But, and it will probably get released now. I don't think anything harm is going to come of it. Do I think it's going to be popular? I don't really know. Do I think it's going to be fun? I don't know. At the moment, I'm not getting too very high hopes on it. It just seems kind of, it just seems like something you just kill people. And I've never really been a big fan of those games, so I may never pick it up. But it got fixed. So what I was kind of talking about, it was just kind of me going into thinking about what was going to happen. I actually had a big long talk about it, but then right before it happened, it got fixed. It got reinstated. So I'm going to kind of go back before Gabe said it was reinstated and kind of explain why I thought to the two different sides of how this happened. So I could see it easily being people who thought this was too harsh, it was too crazy for Valve to let happen on Steam Greenlight. At the same time, though, I can understand why people think that Valve is censoring it, because the internet's always about that, even if it's still really crazy, because, you're a mass murderer, which is the main crux of why this is such a big controversial thing. You're playing a mass murderer, and yet people are saying, oh, this game should still be published. So my way in is that, do I think it should be published? Yes. Do I think Steam should greenlight it? No. I think it's too much. I really do. Because it seems in our time when we see so much of that happening, to make an entire game about doing that. And I know and before anyone gets on me and says that video games do not cause psychological stuff, I know that. But the point is, I don't think this should really. I'm walking a really fine line. I know it's not going to cause anything, because I've read all the studies. All this violence doesn't actually attribute to anything unless they already have a psychological disorder. But it still bothers me just being so blunt and braverant about killing things like that. I kind of make the point, and you can kind of make the point of, oh well, you do that in other games. The thing is about like Gears of War. You kill the Locust because they're trying to kill you. They want to kill you. This game is about killing innocent people, and that's the problem I have with it. That was something even Postal didn't do. Postal, there was some crazy people that were trying to attack the guy, so you got to go around and kill them. Yeah, you got to kill innocents too, but you weren't really rewarded for it, and you weren't really told to do it that much. But so it still bothers me mindlessly killing people. It seems weird. I don't like it. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he'll find a big, amazing way to explain all this. I don't know. But at the moment, It's the guy's decision to make it. I don't. That's not up for debate. If he wants to make it, he can make it. But do I think it's something that Steam should support? I don't. I really don't. And it probably will get greenlighted. And you know what? Maybe it will turn out better than I'm thinking it will. But from what I've heard about it, it is about a mass murderer. And maybe it'll be like Condemned, where we'll go into the psyche of a mass murderer. If that's the case, then I like it, because you're exploring psychological avenues. I don't know. I haven't heard that part of the game. All I've heard is the tons of killing part, which I will admit may be the media trying to draw controversy. I may be right, but I haven't really heard too much about. Are they going to delve into how a psychopath works? Are they going to go into like his mind, and what the author thinks caused this, or is it just going to be someone's serial shooting? Because that's the part that gets to me. If there's not a very good explanation for why he's doing this, if there's not anything that's being told, or like anything being shown, or trying to be, or being questioned, I don't like it. I don't like that. Just mindlessly killing. I don't like that. So I think that if they go into this, they need to have a point. If they have a point, then I may end up liking it. I really well might. But at this moment, I don't really think it's going to sit well. I really don't. And do I think it's going to be popular? I get the feeling it's going to be one of those games that gets popular for a little bit and then dies. Kind of like I Am Bread. Well, let's face it, guys. That game's going to die in about a week. It's going to be one of those that no one really remembers, and it gets really popular for like a week or so, and when all the major YouTubers do it, and then it's just gone. So I don't have high hopes for this. But I could be wrong. They could do it like Condemned and go into the mind of a crazy person, and I always like those type of stories. So hopefully they will. I'm really hoping so. But if it's just about killing innocent people because you find it fun, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And this one might be a little bit short, but that was just something. And again, I a lot of my stuff got lost because Gabe has already fixed it, which kind of brings me to the point: should Gabe have done that? I think that Gabe's in the right about doing it, but I don't know, and it won't come back to Steam. I really don't. Steam, you cannot harm Steam. So do I think it will come back to harm Gabe? No, I really don't. But do I think it is going to come back to the developers? It's going to come back to somebody. Because somebody's going to try to blame this on something. The media is going to grab a hold of this. My guess is that the normal video, like Fox News, NWSCB, or whatever the frick it is, BBC, they're going to grab it. And they're going to realize that this is a great thing to talk about. And then the game is going to get pulled from Valve because of all the controversy it's causing. Because of now the normal media is into it. So I think that Valve should just go ahead and drop it. Because I know it's going to happen. This isn't like Postal. Postal went under the radar. I get the feeling this is going to get a lot of cover. I really do. I think it will. So my thing is for Valve is that I would hope that they had not put it back in, because I do think it might come back to haunt them. I could be wrong. The media just may not decide this is worth it. But that's what I think will happen. I think more controversy will be heaped upon this. Then it will come back to the creators, and it will come back to Valve, and Valve will pull it then. So I think this has not been fixed. It may have. I may be entirely wrong. But I don't think it's going to be fixed. So, yeah, that's my talk for this Talking Thursday. And hopefully I'll have this up actually on Thursday. God knows I normally don't. But that's it for this time. I hope you guys like the new camcorder. Again, I'm trying to find some new settings for where this to sit up and everything. This is just really at the fix at the moment. I don't know how how the camera's going to sound. It may not sound very good. I'll probably get my snowball and sit it here. This is a test run. So I hope you guys are happy with it. And I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully next Thursday. It may depend on what I can find to talk about. All right. So until next time, this is New Vegas Ranger.